Oh, Raha, I just don't know what to do.
I know, but you just have to do what feels right. Only you can decide.
But shouldn't I listen to advice? My aunt says that I should take biology and become a nurse. She says that I'm caring. On the other hand, my teacher says I'm good at computers and should study that.
Yes, I suppose sometimes it's good to listen to others, but those people don't really live your life. What do you want to become?
I'm not sure, but I've always liked history and politics.
Yes, I know. I've seen the millions of books at your place. You must be a world expert on Mandela.
Not quite. There's still so much more to learn.
So there's your answer.
Really?
Zawadi, perhaps this story will convince you.
Once there was a hyena who lived in a place where zebra and buffalo ran across the plains in great numbers. The elephant, zebra, and buffalo all had plentiful grass, and the giraffe had all the acacia leaves she could eat. But the hyena could never seem to find enough food. He saw other animals happy with their bellies full, while his rumbled like a thunder across the plains. On Monday, he passed an elephant walking at the salt lick with his family. He asked the elephant, "Where can I find as much food as you have?" "Over there," the elephant said, "is some beautiful grassland." Now that the elephant had truly meant to help hyena, but he could only tell him what he knew about finding food, and he only knew how to find elephant food. Nevertheless, the hyena ran in the direction that the elephant had indicated, but there was no food to be seen. "Stupid elephant," he thought. "Why did you tell me to come this way?" On Tuesday, the hyena decided to ask a different animal where he could find food. He passed a giraffe. "Where can I find food?" he asked. The giraffe chewed steadily and swung his long neck to look down at the hyena. "In the highest branches," she said. The hyena tried to jump up and climb the acacia trees, but he was scratched by the thorns and could not see any food in the branches. What a strange thing to say, he thought. How could food be up in a tree? Why did the giraffe tell me that?
So are you saying that I'm a dim, not the brightest person?
Probably, Zawadi. You never make up your mind.
No, Zawadi, I'm not. It's just the story.
On Wednesday, the hyena decided to ask the tortoise. The tortoise gazed up at the hyena. How should he know where the hyena could find food, he thought. What a very silly question to ask, because only the hyena knew what food he needed. Just then, a bus full of tourists on safari came across the plains. The tortoise said to the hyena that the reason he could not find food was because all the tasty herd animals are becoming humans and are leaving the plains to farm their own food. He told the hyena, "You must learn how to walk on two legs and hold a hoe to be able to grow your own food. All these people on buses were once animals and are now farmers," he told the hyena with a twinkle in his eye.
What are you talking about, Raha? It sounds silly.
Well, Specs, if you had been listening from the beginning, you wouldn't be this confused.
Are the magical four even in this story?
Wait and see.
Now, it just so happened that at the very same day, Zawadi, Specs, Boomba, and Raha were all visiting the national park. They had seen zebra, buffalo, and antelope in huge numbers. It had been a really cool day out. But just then they saw the hyena. He looked extremely skinny and hungry. But more to the point, he was walking on his hind legs. The friends were alarmed that something was wrong with the balance of nature. Could this be the work of the evil Sandara? How could a hungry hyena exist in such a place with such an abundance of food to be found in the herds of zebra and antelope? Specs used his superpowers to read the hyena's mind and try to find out what was going on. In it, he saw how stupid the hyena was. This wasn't the work of Sandara. The hyena simply was not thinking for himself. The hyena was dreaming of growing his own maize and saw himself strolling around a shamba in a straw hat. Raha used her deafening cries to awake the hyena from his delusions. The hyena fell down onto all four legs. Just then, a herd of zebras appeared on the horizon. The hyena looked at them with a hint of recognition in his eyes. Zawadi used her power of speed to run with the hyena towards the zebras. The hyena followed her, and as he did, he remembered how to hunt. And guess what? By Friday, he had a full belly and was satisfied.
Boomba, did you hear? You're left out of the story. Seems like Mother Nature has no use for your fake powers.
What? Just wait and see.
Don't worry, Boomba. So, does your hyena realize how stupid it was to ask the tortoise the question?
I don't know, he's an animal, so probably he would only do what comes naturally.
And that's what I'll do too.